tell me something about yourself or tell me about yourself is not just one question. It's a request for a lot of small details, a lot of small bits of information. What I did with activity 2 is I broke down the question, tell me something about yourself, into 15 different questions. And if you combine your answers in lesson 2, like I'm Andrew, my nickname's Jesse, I'm from Masbate City, I live in Quezon City, and so on, you will be able to answer, tell me something about yourself.
Is this supposed the answer to the questions when you are interviewed in a job interview?
No, this is the version of tell me about yourself when you're talking to people. But if you are in a professional situation like an interview, you can get your sentences from here.
Okay.
So, like my example, if I'm in a job interview, my name's Kevin, I live in Parañaque. My previous job is sales. I used to work in sales. We sold products and services to different companies. And I spend my free time writing, cooking, and going to the gym. Tell me something about yourself or tell me about yourself is not just one question. It's a request for a lot of small details, a lot of small bits of information. It's a combination of your professional and personal experience, right?
Okay.
So if I were, say, applying for a job online, I tell my client that my name's Kevin, I live in Manila, because they don't know Parañaque, but if we're in Manila, they'd know Parañaque. I live in Manila. I used to work in a BPO company. We were doing customer service. I'm currently working as a project manager for an IT company. I spend my free time writing and building different tools online on my website. That's my professional introduction for online work. You change the content of your introduction depending on what situation you're in.
Okay.
But this is the basis. Like, this is the base introduction. And maybe you just need to add a couple of more sentences about your past job, and that's it. Why did I ask you to write 15 sentences? How come your introduction is just 5 or 6? My name's Kevin. I live in Parañaque. My previous job is sales. We sold products and services. I spend my free time doing this, this, and this, right? That's just 5 sentences. But why did I ask you to write 15 sentences? In a lot of situations, the interviewer will ask you more about the topic that they find interesting. So if my interviewer is interested in my sales job, they're going to ask me more information about my sales job. If my interviewer is interested in my writing, they're going to ask more about my writing. If they're interested in cooking or going to the gym, then we're going to talk about that. So it's always a good idea to have more sentence than you'll actually need.
Yes, parang chain question.
Yeah, there's always a follow-up question. If there's no follow-up question, it means that you said something that made the interviewer no longer interested in hiring you. That's been my experience in general. If the interview has become short, then I'm no longer considered for the position.